Parliament is one of the three arms of government, the others being the executive and the judiciary. Apart from her legislative role, the institution, which now comprises the National Assembly and the Senate, has an expanded oversight function on the executive. In view of Parliament's growing mandate, capacity building for the honourable members and staff of the Parliamentary Service Commission has been deemed necessary. This is how the Centre for Parliamentary Studies and Training, CPST, was born in 2008 and legalised through the Kenya Gazette in 2011.
When people come to Parliament, they realize that it's a completely different environment from what they may have been used to. Some could have been doctors, engineers, contractors, business people, professions of all manner of things, including university professors. But when they come to Parliament, they realize that their roles here and their day-to-day core functions are quite different from what they had previously been used to. And therefore, they need to have that kind of in-house facility to train both staff and members.
The initial aim of the CPST was to serve an in-house objective, but with the realization of the needs at county level following the creation of devolved governments, the scope of operations was expanded to serve other stakeholders. The Centre's board, through the PSC, provides the policy direction, while the daily operations are overseen by the director. The board is chaired by Honourable Senator Beth Mugo, and the members are Honourable Senator Sami Leshore, Honourable Adan Kanan, Dr. Abdullahi Ali, Dr. Lorna Mumelo, Jeremiah Nyegenye, Justin Bundi, Professor Ambassador Maria Nzomo, and Professor Nyokabi Kamau.
We have several visions of what we want to do, the board, and one of them is to purchase land so that we can build a center of excellence for empowering or for training our members, as well as county assemblies, as well as the whole region, the East African region. This will definitely reduce the cost that we face when we send our staff as well as members of our parliament to study or to learn outside.
The formation of the Parliamentary Service Commission in 1999 perhaps set the pace for the formation of other institutions, CPST being one of them.
In addition to the members of Parliament, we had a crash program to recruit staff to service the expanded membership of members and also the increased number of committees. So the CPST is one very useful organ to ensure Parliament, both members and staff, perform their duties properly by creating sufficient awareness on their mandate, functions, and responsibilities.
CPST's vision is to be a centre of excellence in parliamentary studies and governance. Her mission is to enhance the capacity of members and staff of Parliament and other stakeholders for the effective and efficient execution of their mandate, roles and functions in democratic governance. The CPST training is based on the Centre's curriculum. Lately, this curriculum has been mainstreamed to address issues of gender, youth, minority interest groups, and the interests of marginalized communities. The curriculum has 18 courses based on 6 thematic areas. These are the Constitution, Parliament and System of Governance, Lawmaking and Procedural Matters, Information and Public Engagement, Public Finance Management (PFM), Human Resource and Administration of the Legislature, facilitative and cross-cutting issues. To ensure quality assurance under the CPST Monitoring and Evaluation M&E framework, the Centre is finalizing the development of curriculum support materials so that training is delivered in an effective and efficient manner. 7 such materials which are being developed include a trainer's manual for each of the thematic areas, plus a facilitator's guide, both developed the CPST way of training. The training model incorporates adult learning methodologies in legislative training. The Centre plans to start e-learning programs in future.
We run our trainings through 3 ways. We have what we call supply-driven. So as a centre, we have a calendar, and from the calendar we state what courses are available at the centre, which we run here, right here in this campus. And from those county assemblies, either staff or members, but even our own staff in Parliament, our own members of Parliament, can choose what course they want to come and attend, and that is supply. So you register for it and basically come and take the course. Then we also have what we call demand-driven, where the client, and mainly our client has been pretty much the county assemblies, even though even our own Parliament has also been our client. They come to us and request, can you organize for us a course on this area? And we quickly put together a course and get them here and we run a course for them. We also have a third way of training where we organize what we call partnership programs. And we then run programs that together with development partners we feel our clients need.
CPST also runs a wide range of short courses which include procurement within the legislature, handset training for staff in the legislature, training for chamber and committee clerks, report and minute writing, lawmaking and procedural matters, training for sergeant-at-arms, work plan preparation workshop for members and staff of the legislature, the Constitution, Parliament and Systems of Governance, management of committees and understanding the mandate of committees. The Centre also carries out tailor-made courses in response to specific training requests by directorates in Parliament and the county assemblies. Training has also been extended to parliamentary organizations in the Eastern Africa region and beyond. The aim is to equip the participants with the requisite skills to deliver on their mandate.
Building of capacity is a core pillar in our strategic plan. The capacity of our members of staff, the capacity of our members of Parliament relates directly to the efficacy, to the efficiency with which they are able to discharge their constitutional mandate. From that perspective, the capacity building, the enhancement of the capacities of our staff and our members rank very high in our priorities and are a core cornerstone embedded in our strategic plan.
Being new to the existing governance structures, county governments need continuous grooming on parliamentary practice and procedures. The courses for the county assembly members and staff are therefore organized to address the emerging challenges in the execution of their mandates.
I remember at the formative stage when we were struggling on issues to do with understanding the mandate of the county assembly, CPST came in handy. And I would say categorically that CPST is the body that tried to put up a training or capacity building manual that was able to be rolled up in all the 47 county assemblies. We did that through clustering, and where we clustered the counties into 6. It is out of those clustering that CPST now was able to come up with a unified training manual that we were able to roll up.
All the counties are coming up with various legislations. Some of them, of course, are provided for in the Constitution and pursuant to their roles in the Constitution. 80% of the bills are submitted by the members. So for that effect, every county must have capacity in terms of legislative drafters who are supposed to draft the bills for them. CPST is the only organization in Kenya which is tasked with training people working in legislatures. When we came in last year, the key emphasis was capacity building for members of the county assembly. And during the period of the whole of last year, there was a lot of effort from CPST whereby members were trained as members of the committees and in their roles at the legislature.
In order to ensure operational efficiency, the CPST has two directorates, namely Directorate of Administration and Corporate Affairs and the Directorate of Curriculum Development, Training and Research. To ensure successful delivery of the role and mandate of the Centre, the Board, with the support of development partners, has put in place the strategic plan covering the period 2013 to 2017. The partners support several initiatives at the Centre.
In this regard, we implement a parliamentary strengthening program that has been providing diverse kinds of technical support to Kenya's parliament for about 14 years now. We have worked very closely with CPST, helping CPST to develop the initial products that it needed to begin its journey towards being a center of excellence for parliamentary training.
SUNY Kenya has worked very closely with CPST in developing training manuals, which will be very useful in training county assemblies.
Our idea is to support devolution in a manner that is methodical, in a manner that is high quality, and in a manner that encourages sustainability, because the materials that are produced are therefore capable of being used over time, and they're capable of being replicated, and they're capable of being reproduced even as the country continues to advance in the implementation of the Constitution.
We envision that CPST as an institution will continue growing and supporting the delivery of trainings and standardization of parliamentary work across the country, that the institution will grow to the extent of supporting East Africa as a region and Africa as a continent.
In the recent past, matters of gender equity and regard for minority and interest groups have taken center stage in the public institutions, Parliament included. International organizations like the United Nations have come out in support of training programs geared towards meeting this need.
By the time we started partnering with the Center for Parliamentary Studies, they were already working on a training curriculum that had about 17 training modules. But then when we started partnering, we realized that we needed also to work to partner with them to be able to also to develop the curriculum to address the county assembly, the needs of the county assembly, because our purpose was to also reach the women at the county assemblies, and they also had the same purpose. So we entered into a partnership, and then we agreed that we are going to mainstream gender in all those modules.
The CPST resource persons comprise both current and former honourable members of Parliament and parliamentary staff. As outlined earlier, CPST clientele consists of members of Parliament, staff of Parliament, members of county assemblies (MCAs), staff of the county assemblies and stakeholders, and any other parties interested in parliamentary knowledge and practices. To enhance the level and quality of training, the Centre collaborates with other relevant institutions of higher learning.
There is no institution that can manage on its own. It has to collaborate with others. Partnerships with any institutions, relevant institutions, and collaborations are very, very crucial, without doubt.
Within and beyond the borders, the Centre for Parliamentary Studies and Training continues to develop into a hub for parliamentary studies and training in the region and Africa as a whole. The Centre holds the key to turning Parliament into one of the best managed organizations worthy of emulation by all the other national institutions.
We see ourselves as the regional hub on training and research. So it's not just a place that does training, but also does research and publications, and we're having a lot of discussions with development partners so that we can have research done locally on parliamentary business, so that in future people can have a place where reference can be made on our parliamentary democracy.
CPST should really be take the lead position in ensuring that the public better understand what Parliament does, what is expected of Parliament, and that sometimes some of what we may have traditionally thought as the role of Parliament needs to be demystified. And we think that the CPST would play a very, very pivotal role in that direction.